I'm so glad you could meet me here today. When I saw you at the record store picking out that Soft Machine album, I knew that I needed you for my secret club. Trust me, not many people get in. But, I saw that you had potential. And I'm glad that you could make the time to see me today. When did you get into the Soft Machine? Nice. I saw them in England too. But I've been back in New York for a while. Is that the only psychedelic music you like? That's what I thought. I had a good feeling about you, and for good reason, I believe. Let me show you. Behind me, I have a wall of important people. Not all of them, but as you can see, they're all across the room. But I think that this is a good introduction. We have Pink Floyd. Most importantly, Sid Barrett. Kevin Ayers of the Soft Machine. Brian Jones. Bob Dylan. Although Leonard Cohen is better. Anyways. I believe that music is very important. I believe that you can feel things spiritually through the music that you listen to. Especially the type of music that we listen to. Not to say that that's the only music I like. I was going to say, I don't usually try to judge people by how they look, and I would never tell you you need to change anything about yourself, but since this is free, and I see that your pale dress is like a little old, I have a dress that I thought maybe you would like, and I would never tell you to change anything about yourself for money, but considering this is free, I thought you might like it. It's nice, right? Bell sleeves, and it's pretty short, but it's really cute. You could wear it with little shorts underneath, or maybe even pants, or you could wear it with knee-high socks. That's my favorite. Fortunately, I can't give you this dress. It's brand new. I got it from the Apple Boutique when I was in London. So, I'm still very much wearing it in. This necklace is an antique from my grandmother. And these charms are from my aunt. So, when I say it's a club, allow me to explain the club. The club has a couple of core rules that I need you to agree to. And when I mean a club, it's more of a loose art collective of people who support each other and are there for each other. It's kind of like, it's a group. I'll explain it. So, the rules for the club, allow me to... So, the reason I like to first, I have a little ritual I like to do, but I want to tell you the rules first because I want you to know, I don't want to woo you with things and then you feel like you need to join. You don't need to do that. It's just a group. And the first thing you need to know is that there are, allow me to look at I had a little thing written down so I could make sure I remember, because sometimes, I have a lot of things going on. So the first thing is, the most important rule is that we believe in love above all. That love is the binding force between people that it is the most important thing that we can have for each other. And in that same base, we believe in peace. We believe in peace for everyone, for each other, for the world. And we believe that peace is the ultimate. It is what will come from a world of love. That is not to say that we believe in passiveness. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I think passivity is a word, but it's hard to say. And I don't want to be elitist. It just means that it is something that you hold first. And when you judge situations and scenarios, you think of love. Of course, this means we have no tolerance for bigotry of any kind. Sexism, racism, homophobia, everything. Because what comes of love, it means that we are accepting of each other. And we listen to the experiences of each other. That was the other rule. Oh my God. I have to remember the rules. You listen to the experiences of each other. And you listen to the experiences of each other with an open mind, because that's how we best learn. Also, you agree that your membership can be revoked at any time, but in the same vein, this is not a cult. You are not shunned from the group. You don't have to shun other people to be in the group. It just means that if you were to do something very bad to another member, you understand that there are consequences. The next rule is, well, less of a rule, but more of a thing that perhaps this is more of a mission statement, but rules sound more legit. Mission statement sounds very corporate. You support your fellow group members and fellow artists of the world. Many of us are artists, and it's important that we go out and support each other so we can create a network of self-sustained art without the greedy capitalist world. You understand? It's okay if you're not an artist, but it's important that you support the other art that other people do. The other rule is that, again, more of a guiding principle, is that you try to do things yourself. So, in the world that we live in, a lot of times you're told that you have to go to someone else for help. Now, this is not to say that I'm anti-doctor or anti-specialist, When I clog the toilet, sometimes a plumber needs to come. When I trip and break my neck, a doctor needs to fix it. You know how it is. But sometimes we forget that we have the power to change things ourselves. And it's just important to remember that we can. We are not passive in this life. That is something that we believe, something that I believe, and something that I've cultivated a group to understand and uphold these principles. Do these all sound good to you? I mean, they sound very reasonable to me. Good. And with that, I would like to have a ritual of sorts to have you into the club. Again, there's no required membership. Sometimes we have little parties and 4 people come. Sometimes 60 people come. It just depends on who's here, who's coming, who's going. We're all coming and going in this world. Sometimes we're going to a different state. We're traveling cross country. We're going to different continents. It's okay if you can't make it. Sometimes you just have to work, as unfortunate as it is. The first thing, I had some tea, and I thought it was rude that I was drinking it without you. So I was going to make you some tea really quickly. I already heated up some water. And I'm just going to put that in a cup of water for you. too. You can drink that at any time. It's chamomile, my favorite. The other thing I wanted to do, I have this spray. I apologize, I live in an apartment. Sometimes we'll hear other people. I have this spray that was made by a friend of mine, a very spiritual person. Moon spray with crystals in it, if you can see. And I found that it really helps me to make a very connected room with all the energies that are in it. Try not to spray it directly on you, it's not perfume. Although I don't think it's unsafe by any means. Next, I have this moonstone. Moonstone is for new beginnings, new paths, which is something that we are starting today. So I thought it would be perfect. It's this beautiful little milky square cube. I'm not trained in, magic by any sorts, but I think it's important to have just to cultivate a good atmosphere, a good groove. Another thing I found this at the antique store, but it's a little fairy. Now, I like to think of her more as an angel, mainly because fairies can be very scary. Don't interact with a fairy if you don't know how to. Anyways, I feel like she's an angel of mine. Not only is she gorge, as am I, but I've always felt a connection. And I hope you know that angels are around you, and they do take care of you. Have you ever spoken to one? You can. It's not guaranteed that they'll answer, but you can always say something to them. Look at her. Look at her little flowers. I wish I was her. Anyways. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. Unfortunately, I broke it yesterday. Oops. I have this bracelet that I love, that my grandma made, but I broke it accidentally because it's very old. It is a guiding principle, I think, in the club and also in life. I just want to tell you what it means to me. Handle it very delicately because I did break it. I have this moon, the part that broke. The moon is one of the most important things in the galaxy. Looking at the moon is a grounding experience that is unparalleled, in my opinion. Remember that the moon is always looking out for you. She cares very much. Then I have this star, a reminder that all the stars and constellations are very important, and they're important to look at and acknowledge and know where they are when they are. I wouldn't say I'm a master at astrology, but I do think it's a very important principle. Then we have another star. Then we have this owl. I think owls are some of the most magical creatures that have ever existed. even though they're a little scary. But owls remind us of the connection that animals have to other worlds. And then I have a house. Connection to community, and the house that we all sort of fill up, if that makes sense. I have one more thing to give you. Sometimes I make jewelry. As I told you, most of us are artists, but not all of us are. Most of us are artists, but not everyone has like one thing that they do. We all do many things, as I believe humans are supposed to do. Anyways, I made this little ring. It's a treble clef. And if you would like, you can have it. I know that you don't have a lot of jewelry. And a lot of jewelry, it's not a must, but it is very fun. Anyways, with that, I believe that we're good. Although, I do want to tell you one more thing. The reason it's a secret club is not because it's a cult, okay? Calm down. It's a secret club because when a lot of people know about something, you know, a lot of people want to be a part, like, people like to be a part of things. They like to be a part of clubs. They want to join, they want to have fun, da da da. But the thing is, when you let everyone join, then you kind of run the risk of, how do I say this? People, it's not that we believe in love, but if everyone wants to join, then we don't have that specific group that we curated in the first place. And the reason that we want a specific group and not just allow everyone is because not everyone is where we're at. Not everyone, not everyone understands the world that is being created by new music, by new artists. Not everyone believes in the principles of love above all, the principles of peace, the principles of no bigotry. Not everyone believes that. So we can't just let everyone come in willy-nilly, because then, then we'll just have, whoever in. And we can't just, you know what I mean? You can't just like let people in because they may not understand fully. So it's more of just to make sure that we have a good space that is safe for everyone. You know what I mean? All right. So I'd like to thank all the spirits that are around us. And by the power that I have from these spirits, and also Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and George Harrison, I declare you a member of the club. Wasn't that super fun? Okay, it's really cool. I promise. We have a party on Friday, and if you can get there, it's 9 p.m. You don't need to bring your own stuff, but like it would be helpful if you could bring food. That would actually be great. We like never have food. Yeah, it'll be super fun. If you can't, if you can't, love. But yeah, that would be great. Oh my god, if you could make cake, I would appreciate it so much. Everyone drinks drinks, like we never need that kind of stuff, but no one ever brings to bring food. It's really like awful. You cultivate a group that you love and it's great, but then apparently no one can get food anymore. It's like, I don't have time to make things. Oh my god. And then if you buy stuff at the grocery store that's pre-made, it's always like so expensive. Anyways, I hope to see you on Friday. See you on Friday. I hope that you have a really fun time in the club, and I think you're really gonna love everyone that you meet. Alright, I'll let you go on your way, and I'll see you soon.